Hello and welcome to the June update review thing. Team-based skills involving multiple players to execute a specific ability. This seems interesting, but I think it's a little excessive to put into individual class kits. I think you could get a similar feel by just having a scripted thing in an event that 10 magic users could channel a POI and call a storm. That seems like it would be a better implementation of that same effect. Camera perspective. I don't have a ton of specifics, but as I do in a lot of these situations, I prefer freedom. I like being able to zoom up and into first person if I want. I like being able to zoom out excessively in certain situations to get more area information. I also want to be able to swing my camera to get a front profile of the character, like screenshot stuff.
But please understand, everything here continues to be a work in progress.
So I am not technologically savvy. A lot of this is way outside my knowledge base. So naturally, I won't have much to comment on. How can I comment on server meshing when I don't understand the intricacies of servers and the complexity of coding games that interact with the server structure in an efficient way? I can't. So this review will likely be shorter, and I am excited to hear from the team on what they're doing, even if I don't totally understand the whole thing. Man, I hate layering. It's so counter MMO. Might as well be playing a single player game alongside other people. And I'm really hopeful that Ashes is able to redefine the MMO industry's definition of high player count. So I'm curious, since Ashes is being made in Unreal 5, can it be updated if Unreal 6 is amazing, or is it stuck in UE5? I'm just thinking like 10 years from now, it'd be nice if they could keep up with the technology as it gets better. I don't really know how hard that is. I love these technological exposés. One of my favorite streams from the past was the stream where they showed the node map and the simulation of the nodes changing. It's interesting to hear a different perspective on the game that we're waiting for. If I'm understanding this correctly, parts of the world or individual servers can go down and players logged in elsewhere on the realm can remain in the world while they correct the server that downed. That sounds insanely useful. I love maps, and seeing this map that has all the actors and stuff is awesome. I just like hearing how much they love this stuff. Seeing passionate people talk about things that they're passionate about is inspiring. And shout out to Intrepid for quality hiring. This stuff sounds extremely interesting. It's cool to understand what's going on behind the curtain. I can't make a good judgment on what they're saying, but I'll say this. I can't wait to see it in action. I want to see it working. They plan on having this running in A2, so we will get to test this tech structure. Shout out to all these people. I hope that years from now, these people will be praised for being the heralds of the future MMO environment. Not a game, a testing phase. It's not a phase, Mom. Alpha 2 key access reopening. I normally wouldn't like this, but they seem to be doing it for the right reasons. They seem to be wanting to properly load the system with players, not just attempting to get more money. They said no more cosmetics too, which I'm happy to hear. This is a problem. I'm curious on how it will go. Not just for Alpha 2, but for launch. Every MMO launches this way. Huge numbers to start, pushes the game to open new realms. But eventually player numbers fall to normalcy, and you don't want to end up with a bunch of dead low population servers. I tend to always lean towards having bigger queues at the start over adding more realms. I don't talk about the studio updates that much, but it's a very good sign that they're hiring so much. I hear that they have a good retention rate as well. All signs point to a healthy working environment, which bodes well for the game, obviously. That helmet looks so sick. A lot of these art things miss in terms of my vision for my character, but that helmet and this cloak are so good. I do not think that non-citizens should be able to help make the mayor start a war, as they do not have a stake in the war should it get started.
I think I brought this up in Pulp the other day. I was like, I know we have a lot on our plate for Alpha 2, but could we just make like one thing where I can put an icon on one person's head? And they were like, okay, we'll try. We'll see what we can do.
Right here is why you have players make the game. Uploading an image and having that in the character creator is 100% something they need to put into the character creator, please.
Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you, subscribe.